Oh, there we are. What a special occasion today. I wore my special clothing. I never wear this every day. Every day I wear this. Of course, without further delay, myself and, of course, Dave Landau welcoming Joe Rogan to the show today.
Hello.
Look at this.
Hi.
Hello.
Finally, from Los Angeles. Or where you're L.A. proper, is that where you live?
I live outside LA.
Yeah.
I live in coyote country.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I remember hearing some stories about
I have
that.
chickens, so I'm always fighting off coyotes.
That is primitive.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Lion, like, eat your dog?
Yeah, that was in Colorado. Yeah,
Oh, it was in
mountain lion ate my
Colorado.
dog.
Oh, Jesus.
A mountain lion ate your dog. Because we saw a product where you put spikes all over your dog. It's like a collar and a back. It's like a harness.
Especially for little
It's just got
dogs.
spikes on it, so that the thing, when it comes up to eat it, it gets some spikes in it.
That must be for coyotes. Coyotes eat
Yeah,
so many
coyotes.
dogs.
Yeah.
They eat a ton of dogs in L.A. I had a scientist on the podcast that actually tracks coyotes, and he tracks them all around Los Angeles. He said they have dens in downtown L.A. Downtown L.A., dens of these wild wolves. They're really essentially a wolf.
Yeah.
They really are. They actually, they breed with wolves. Like
They do.
And they make viable offspring. They're not like neutered offspring.
That's frightening when you think about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go jogging and they just look like prey when you're.
Well, they killed a woman. It's very rare that they kill people, but they killed a small woman in Canada it was probably like 2009-ish, 2010.
Yeah.
She was a folk singer, and apparently like a really promising folk singer. She's going for a walk, and these coyotes just swarmed her and killed her. And when they kill you, they kill you asshole first.
Oh God!
they eat your-
one of those
eat you.
type of animals that have to
Almost all animals do.
rip your ass. Yeah,
At
I
least
watched
she,
those.
she enjoyed the first part briefly.
Doubt it.
I've watched some of those videos of like the Serengeti.
Yeah, they always go
lions
asshole
on the
first.
water buffalo, and they're just ripping this poor thing's ass out.
Just
while
to
it's
immobilize
screaming.
you from running?
Oh no! I mean, I think the wolves definitely hamstring elk. Like they go at them from behind. They snap at their legs to immobilize them. But one of the things about this area where this woman was, these coyotes, they don't have a lot of prey animals, so they've taken to try and attack moose, and they've actually taken down moose. So these are animals that are used to taking down larger things.
Yeah.
They just because of the environment that they live in. Yeah, when I run with a knife, and someone was like, "Why do you run with a knife?" I'm like, "Because it's better to have a knife than to not have a knife."
Yeah.
Something comes at. I mean, people do get killed by mountain lions.
They
It's a
do-
real
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It does happen.
I'm going to utilize my opposable thumb to hold a knife.
It might get me, but I might get it.
You're putting up a fight.
Yeah, well, you are
Real
right.
good
yeah.
chance.
I don't blame
Yeah.
you. Yeah, if you are running and you're attacked by lions, it's positive to
I'm
hell.
not gonna run away.
No, fuck
No, you're done with that.
You're gonna have to find a vein.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic because you're running to stay alive for as long as possible, and then the last thing you want to do is be wiped out by coyotes.
I was doing this, I did that thing in my act where I said, the United States was founded in 1776. That's 3 people ago.
Yeah. Oh, God.
It seems
yeah.
like you're like, wait a minute, is that true?
Yeah.
Here's a crazy one. The wheel, 55 people ago.
55. That's it.
55 people ago, as far as we know. 55 people ago. Before that, no evidence of the wheel. So everything that happened before we were born seems like forever ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever
That's
do
what fucks us up.
the count backwards and forwards thing, like how far something was ago to how far it is now? Like 9/11 till now. We got, 17 years?
It feels like nothing, like no time has passed, really.
But then you go from 2001, 9/11, back 17 years, and you're like, wow, that
Yeah.
doesn't seem like the same amount of time.
I always do that because I'm a fan of classic cars.
Yeah,
I always do that because when I was a kid, when I was in the 80s, all the best cars were like from the late 60s and the 70s.
Yeah,
But
those
that's like today, a car from like 2005.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Well, when I was in high school, in 81. I was a freshman. I think I got my license in 82 or 83, and my mom had a 1970 Barracuda, and that was a classic.
awesome.
But it was only 13 years old.
Yeah.
It's not old.
No.
Weird, but back then, it's like
Yeah,
cars hadn't been around that long either. That's the other thing.
That's
that freaks
probably
me
it.
out.
The percentage of time that cars were around
Yeah.
then is a lot different than the percentage of time
Well,
now.
look-
We went through a terrible time in the in the 80s where cars just sucked.
Yeah, the gas crisis.
Yeah, the gas crisis, and then
And the 90s sucked too for a lot of cars.
yeah, they tried to bring back some of the classic cars, but in such a shitty way. They finally got it right now. They're just putting a shitload of horsepower in some retro-looking modern cars.
It's just so weird that you have a lot of places around here you have 55-mile-an-hour speed limits, which is preposterous.
Crazy.
That is so stupid.
And then the city itself, like once you enter New York City limits, even the expressway is 50 or 45 miles an hour in some places. You're like, it's still the expressway. It doesn't matter that there's big buildings around it. So why can't I do 70 on this?
45 is
just like I would out on Eastern Long Island. If we're driving through potato fields or a city, it's still a 3-lane highway.
What's the highest speed limit you guys have in New York State?
I think it's just 55.
What?
Is it? 60?
It's nuts.
65 upstate?
That's hilarious.
It's crazy. There are places like
We at least have 75s. I
was gonna say,
Montana had no speed limit
whatever the fuck
for the longest time,
Yeah.
but in order to get state or federal aid
Federal.
to fix the streets.
That's how they got all the states to do 55 miles an hour. It's like, back, but the energy crisis before, like the 70s, they were like, well, we got to make it 55. Well, states' rights, federal government can't make them do it. All right, we'll just cut off their funding. Oh, so the federal government can make them do it.
Yeah.
You're only as free as they want you to be.
That's the ultimate dilemma with automated cars. That's the ultimate dilemma. Is like there's a school bus filled with kids,
Yeah.
or there's a larger school bus filled with old people.
Right. Who do you,
Like,
Right.
which do you hit?
what do you decide
Hit
on?
the old
here,
people because they've
Mark?
already had a long life. Like if you have to hit one of them,
Yeah.
And now there's no human emotion
right?
in the equation. It's
Right.
like the Whopper computer there on the.
No, it really is putting in your life into the hands of something that has no emotion.
Yeah, I don't think I'm comfortable with
And
that.
I like driving. That's the thing. Like you talk about classic cars. Like I enjoy driving a car.
Yeah.
Like I don't want something.
Oh, I know. Yeah, when you're
enjoy it.
on the right road without traffic or anything, it's a lot of fun. A good car
Yeah.
to drive and
Oh,
really
dude, it's the
stretch
best.
it out.
I have one car that I drive to the Comedy Store all the time because it's a 93 Porsche RS America. It has no power steering. It's really light. The engine's souped up, and it's fucking loud as shit because it's an air-cooled car. No radio, no air conditioning, no nothing. And it just makes, I just have to drive. It's like, and when you're driving it, like it's just so mechanical.
Yeah,
You
mechanical,
hear the
that's-
gears. You feel every bump in the
Yeah,
road.
the linkage. Your hand is connected to moving gears.
Yeah, and you're
That's
shifting
how that
with
shit
your
works.
clutch.
You're real, the clutch.
And I'm
You're
heel towing when I
disengaging.
downshift, so I'm
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And when I drive, that's my GT3. That's a water cooled car. That's a much faster car.
Did,
the other one's not
did
as
Jerry
fast.
ever comment on your cars? I know Seinfeld likes Porsche.
No, he never has. But I was on Jay Leno's garage.
Oh,
with,
okay.
my '65 Corvette.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Jay Leno has 11 warehouses
It's crazy.
filled with cars. It is I thought he had a warehouse filled with cars.
No,
you go there like, no, there's 11 of them.
Obviously, I watch UFC. I go to the fights. I love it.
Going tomorrow night.
Going tomorrow night. Very psyched. But that's there's no relating to that. If you're just watching at home, a regular guy watching, you don't go like, oh, yeah, I would do that or this. You can't even. I watch those guys get like one guy's on top. And he just goes like on the side of his head a little. And the guy takes his glove. I would be knocked out from that. And I'm not even kidding. Like, take a glove and just slowly kind of hit me a little. I'm done. I'm out. Done. Like, I can't relate to somebody getting ground and pounded and getting back up and going. That's superhuman.
You get used to everything, I think. It's like marathon runners. They don't start out running marathons. They start out just running around the block.
Yeah, but they're not getting punched in the face while someone hands them water and then fucking belts.
You get used to that. Everybody gets used to everything.
I guess so.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is. I guarantee you. Stand-up comedy was always this is what's funny. You know, say things that you don't necessarily even mean, but you think they're hilarious to say, and that's what the entertainment value of it is. People go and they have a good time, and then somewhere along the line, especially over the last few years, everybody started playing it real safe. People are afraid of getting called out. They're afraid of getting blogs written about them, but I've already had a bunch written about me. I've been called out. It's all right. It's no big
not
deal.
too bad. And if you're good, people will still come see you.
If you're funny, people laugh. That's really what. And if they think you're mean, if they think you're a bad person or a mean-spirited person, they're not going to go see you.
Right.